Hi, my name is Paige. Welcome to my channel. I was tagged by Nat to do the Moody Book Tag. I will link the original video below. I will link Nat's video up here and down below, and I will include the questions in case this is a tag that you would like to do. So let's just get started. Question number 1 is, do you consider yourself a mood reader? And I absolutely consider myself a mood reader. I am pretty okay with having a list and getting through it, but there are some days that I just don't want to read a book and I am drawn to reading something else, and so I do like to pick books based on just how I'm feeling. Sometimes I don't really want to read something heavy and fantasy and a lot of words and characters. Sometimes I just want to read something really quick and light like a middle grade, so I am a mood reader for sure. Question number 2 is, do you set TBR list and do you stick to them? And for the most part, I do stick to my TBRs as best as I can. I like to have a TBR because I like to plan ahead. I don't think I am somebody who loves to plan everything, but I like to have a plan in mind so that I just am not super chaotic with what I'm doing. I feel like I am a semi-organized person. I like to have plans, but I don't want to stick to the plans if I don't absolutely have to. But if I don't have any plan, then I don't do anything. So if I don't plan out the books that I'm going to read, I don't read any books at all. It's a fatal flaw, I guess. Number 3 is, do books affect you emotionally and does the mood of the book rub off on you? And yes, I'm a Cancer. Yeah. I think I cry over every single book that I read, almost, nearly. I think the list of books I have not cried over is much shorter than the books I have cried over. And if sad things are happening in the book, I'm sad. If happy things are happening in the book, I'm happy. It's, yeah, my emotions come from the books, and I should have just left it at I'm a Cancer. Number 4 is, when you're feeling sad, do you like to read sad books, happy books, or neutral books? And I don't know. I think it really depends on what I'm sad about, because sadness levels are very different. Come on, I'm a Cancer. There's different levels of what kind of sad you're feeling. Am I feeling sad that I have to wake up early to go to work one day, or am I feeling sad that I watched a very sad TikTok of somebody's dog being rescued after a year of being gone? I don't know. There's different levels of sadness, so it depends on what type of book will heal that sadness too. So I do think generally, if I am sad, as I might have been the past couple of months, I turn to fan fiction because that's what's been comforting me for the past, oh my gosh, 6 years now. And just having stable characters that you know, and you know what to expect, and you know what they will do is really comforting. So I think I just go back to comfort stories, particularly fan fictions or books that I've already read before. Like, I've gone back to The Hunger Games many times just because you know the outcome, and that's just very soothing when you are sad, to just have the predictability of something that you know how it's going to end, or you know how those characters will respond to different situations and how things will end up for them. So number 5 says, most often do you use reading to escape, to learn, or to critically reflect? Most often to escape, for sure. I feel like that's, again, just depending on the situation. I am a teacher, so I do have to use reading to learn some things, and then there are many books that you just want to dive deeper into, like not a lot of nonfiction books, but I also don't pick those up as much, and I do pick up a lot of fantasy, I do pick up a lot of fiction, so I would say mostly to escape, just because I want to have time to decompress from working and life and all of that. So I'd rather not put more work on myself, like through learning or critically reflecting all the time, so most often it is to escape. Yeah. Number 6 is, what is a book that made you laugh out loud? I would say there are a few of them, but the biggest ones that I would say are the TJ Klune books that I have read. The Green Creek series, The Extraordinaries, that one was hilarious. I also really liked Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. I felt like I was laughing through that one a lot too because of Monty's humor. He was super funny throughout that book. So those are the first ones that come to mind. Definitely The Extraordinaries. I feel like that's one of the funniest books I've ever read. I find number 7 really funny. It says, what is the book that has made you cry? Or if you don't cry, one that really moved you? I don't get how people don't cry in books. It doesn't make sense to me how people are not as emotional as I am. I swear, any sad moment in a book, I feel what the character feels. I always am crying in books, and maybe it's just I need to be stronger or something, but I have cried over more books than I have not cried over. Off the top of my list, We Are the Ants, The House in the Cerulean Sea, Cemetery Boys, I sobbed through, King and the Dragonflies, The Inexplicable Logic of My Life, Mockingjay, The Girl Who Drank the Moon, Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, The Hate You Give and On the Come Up, Six of Crows, and Crooked Kingdom. I cried through Skyward. I cried in A Curse So Dark and Lonely. Ooh, Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, sobbed. I cry a lot, so yeah. Should I make a video of just every book that's made me cry and tell you why? I probably don't even remember most of it, but I cry over everything, okay? I'm a Cancer. Number 8 is, what is a book you didn't even know how you felt about? And right off the bat, I can say Eliza and Her Monsters. I can't remember anything about that book. I know I read it. I know throughout it, I was like, whoa, what is going on? I just didn't understand. I don't know if I was in a weird mindset or if I was just reading it at the wrong time, but I did not feel anything towards those characters. I just did not care about the story very much. Like, it was good, but it wasn't something that I just felt much for. But people loved it so much that I'm just like, why? What did I miss? I don't know. I feel like that's a book that I probably need to reread sometime, but it just didn't do much for me. Just kind of was blah. I'm sorry if you love that book. Like, I think I gave it 4 stars, but I don't remember anything about it. Number 9 is, are you more likely to read on a sunny or cloudy day? And I usually read at night, so I can't really tell what the weather is like outside. But I don't think it really matters. Most days I'll read unless I'm just not in the mood for it. So either. Cloudy days are nicer though. They give better lighting inside, I think. And we also don't have a lot of cloudy days in Arizona. So maybe cloudy days because it sounds more fun, but there are more sunny days in Arizona. So number 10 is, do you usually set the mood when you read with music, lights, or smells? And kind of. I have some fairy lights around my room that I sometimes remember to turn on, sometimes I don't. Mostly I just read with my regular ceiling fan light, and that's about it. But I usually don't do music. I can't do music, actually. It distracts me so much, especially if it has lyrics. And if it doesn't have lyrics, then I just kind of get distracted easily with the sounds because I just want to listen to the music. I don't know. I'm not really good at focusing on books if I'm not in pretty complete silence. But smells, sometimes I'll light a candle. I just don't remember. I'm not very aesthetic. I just read when I want to. Yeah, there's no mood setting. Lastly is number 11. It says, can you leap from book to book or do you need a buffer time between them? And I think I just leap from book to book. There are sometimes I want to have a book hangover moment and let myself stew in my emotions. But I know if I do that for too long, I just won't pick up another book for a very long time afterwards. So I just force myself to read something, and then it kind of shifts me out of that weird mood, and then I can continue on with my reading. But sometimes you just have to take a break and let yourself feel the feelings for a book. There have been many books that have done that to me. So all right, that is the Moody Book Tag. I had so much fun doing this. You now know how incredibly emotional I am. But thank you again to Nat for tagging me, and I will tag everyone I want to see do this down below. If I don't tag you, I still want to see your videos doing this because it was really fun. I highly recommend this one. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love it if you would join me. If not, that is okay. I will see everyone in the next video though. Thanks for watching.